Well, it's the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, and I bought a few things with me. I bought a copy of the Radio Times with the Queen on the cover. That's what you see on the thumbnail. I brought my bunting and I put that above the bed. It's a tiny bit of bunting that I normally put on my mirror. And I brought a poem with me, and I wrote this for the Diamond Jubilee back in 2012, 10 years ago. And I'm going to adapt it and read it to you. I actually wrote this for a group of people that were meeting. A friend of mine has worked for, sorry, I'm trying to keep in shot at the same time. A friend of mine worked for hospital radio for many years, very competent radio presenter and interviewer, loves to present music. And at the time he worked for Flame Radio, which is Christian radio, providing a service on the Wirral. And at the church that Flame Radio was held, I think it was at Rock Ferry, they had a Jubilee party, and was invited to go along, and I helped with some of the decor. I remember doing things like wrapping brown paper parcels and wrapping them up with string and sticking stamps on them as if they were parcels being delivered, or please look after this child. Many of the people that were there, who were much older than me at the time, were pensioners, may have lived through the war and may have been evacuated. And somebody put on afternoon tea. I was invited to go along and was delighted to be asked. Really enjoyed it. We had real good fun. There was a quiz, and I read out the poem. And what I did was I had a computer and printer at the time, and I printed out a copy of the poem and put it as if it were a menu with a ribbon. Printed it out nicely and put it with a ribbon beside each seat so that every person got a copy of it so they could take it away. And I thought I'd share it with you today. My only nod to it at home is I'll be back on Saturday in time for the concert. I'm in the hotel room now, which is why it looks pretty bare behind me. And I'll be watching perhaps Trooping the Colour on Thursday or Friday morning. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to look in that Radio Times, won't I, at it. And pardon me if I look to the one side, but it's called Jubilation. Now, I will tell you that I wrote this as Maggie Costello, and I was named Margaret Elizabeth after two princesses. So my mum named me after Princess Margaret and Princess Elizabeth. It's called Jubilation. It's time for every flame to light, for Britain's pride to reignite. We join together as one nation for our Platinum Queen's celebration. Reflect upon her hopes and glory, revisiting decades of her history, her grandfather's death and uncle's defection, thrust a princess to the world's attention. No longer a little girl who played, Lilibet's father's passing made a monarch who has reigned dutifully, fulfilling her role so beautifully. With support from her sister and mum, Philip, her consort, and Mountbatten, they raised a family, heirs to her throne, turning palaces into family homes. From post-war era, rock, punk and new age, she's remained a constant throughout every stage. She's seen off archbishops, presidents and PMs. Some she's liked, others are never friends. Despite scandals, divorce, annus horribilis, spanning 70 years from that day to this, our head of church remained dignified, Christian values personified. We've watched with awe as from Westminster's altar she opened Parliament without a falter, adorned with crown and ermined hem, and an admiral nonogenarian gem. With a sharing of memories, UK's elite will party indoors rather than street for our beloved Elizabeth's Jubilee. Raise your glasses, a toast to Her Majesty. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's just one of my series of poems. I've written a great number of poems over the years, and I might read you some more. I haven't got any more with me in Southport. I will say that this background, this tub chair is incredibly comfortable, but it's not very stable. This background is a bit boring, isn't it? It's like a ecru colour, bit boring. If I turn it round, you can see there's a very pretty light fitting. I put my bunting over the bed. I nearly put it over the telly, and I thought I might get shouted at for health and safety. And then round to the window, and I've got a kettle there. So the other thing is, on this wall, funnily enough, on this wall is the same picture that I've got in my hallway. And as I came in, I felt an urge to straighten it. And it's not meant to be, it's gone up as a diamond, so I'll resist the urge to keep correcting them. I've got a telly on the wall here behind me. So for now, from the Jubilee, I'm going to be sharing some more royal stories during the week while I'm here. I'm just going to talk through some of the memories that I have. So from Maggie, for now, see you soon. Bye.